My name is Buster, and I recently commissioned this beautiful fursuit from Manedfreak Studios, or no, Freak of Nature Studios. She goes by Manedfreak on Instagram, um, and that's where I found her. That's where I commissioned her. So I commissioned him back in August, like the beginning of August, and then I got him just a few days ago, February 22nd, I want to say, is when he was completed, and I got him February 24th. So yeah, I waited almost 7 months for this fursuit. I bought a mini partial, so I got the hand paws, this mane, my head, and my tail, which is sitting up there. I do also have feet paws, but I commissioned them from that_fancy_Anarith on Instagram. She also has a Telegram, but I'm not sure if she accepts business-related messages on Telegram as opposed to Instagram. So my mini partial from Manedfreak was $600 plus $100 shipping, so $700 total. And then my feet paws were $215, I believe, plus $14 shipping. My feet paws are just a different story, but altogether I spent like $950, and I think it was worth it. I've only had him for like 3 days, so I can't exactly say if he's good quality or not, but first impressions, he is. So the head, this is my visibility. So pretty good visibility. I have a little blind spot like right here. The ventilation is pretty okay. It does get really, really hot if I'm not wearing my balaclava. But my balaclava is sweat wicking, so it doesn't really get too sweaty in here, which is good because I'm not going to clean him like every day that I wear him, because that's not what you're supposed to do. In order to keep your suit healthy, you have to moderate it. Yeah, so the fur is also pretty high quality, I think. You can't see the backing. It's super soft. It comes out a little easily in the brush. I have just a barbed slicker brush, and it comes out pretty easily, but there's a trick where you can brush the wrong way, so like you brush that way instead of that way, and it protects the fur a little bit, but I've also heard that it doesn't get all of the mats and the knots out as well. So I guess you just pick and choose your battles on that one. Paws are very comfortable. I love these paws. I believe it's fleece for the claws and the pads, but the rest is fur. They are 4-fingered. So what I do is I just put my forefinger in one, my thumb in one, my pinky in one, and then my ring finger and my middle finger are together in the same one. So I feel like that aids in dexterity. You can grab things a little easier. These are plush paw pads, or plush paws, so it's a little not easy to pick stuff up, but I'm learning. Can't use your phone in these, clearly. I think that's it as far as the suit goes. She got all of my markings correct. She got the fur as close as possible. And my character has little ear tufts as well. So you can see that she put ear tufts on. I forgot about my crown. There we go. But yeah, so as far as the suit goes, the quality so far is pretty good. I will be doing another video specifically about the quality of the suit and how it's holding up in about 6-ish months, and then I'll probably do another one 6 months after that, just so that you get like a year, like a time frame of a year and how it's holding up. And I'll be taking good care of it as well. I won't be doing anything insane with it. I'll just be maintaining its health to the best of my ability. So that's as far as the suit goes. If you're looking for a high quality suit, I do definitely recommend commissioning Manedfreak. Because like I said, it's perfect. I couldn't have asked for anything else. She also did raise her prices as well. So I believe she raised the price of a mini partial from $600 to $700. So I think a regular partial is like $800. And that's just hand paws, a head, a tail, and feet paws is what her regular partial is. So as far as customer service goes, what I'm gonna say is she's more so a beginner maker. So I believe she did like 2 commission rounds before I commissioned her. So that was like 8 clients. So not as much experience as I would have preferred, but I was a little worried about like the professionalism. I was wondering if maybe there would be some detriment in communication or something like that. So I will admit that there was. I did not feel comfortable communicating with her about things because I interpreted her messages to come off as hostile, and I have anxiety, so I do not do well with people who are acting hostile towards me. So I just kind of kept my mouth shut and didn't say anything after that, because like there was this one time when I asked if my head was being worked on, because she said that she would work on all of the phone bases that week. And then instead of saying yes or no, she just said, I have 4 fursuits that I'm responsible for. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I know that, but she has these issues with setting deadlines that she's not going to get to. So, for example, my fursuit was due for completion in January, and I was almost more than a month late getting him. If she had pushed off a few more days, I would have gotten him in March, which, I mean, it kind of got on my nerves. I know that she can't really control those things, but as an artist and a business person, I never set deadlines unless I know that I can get it done on that specific date. Because it's just not a good business practice to tell people, oh yeah, it'll be done this time, but then it's not. Because people are going to go and they're going to say, hey, I bought my fursuit or my art or whatever from this person, and they didn't deliver on the deadline. And some people might take that as a sign that you are going to ghost them, which has happened to me. It's still currently happening to me with an artist who is continuing to set deadlines and then ignoring me for like a month straight and then not doing it. And then just every time I ask or threaten to do a chargeback, they keep promising things and then it doesn't end up happening. So, I mean, if you want clear, concise communication, I mean, she is new to this whole thing, relatively. Like, she was established in 2017. So she's been doing this for 3 years, and that is not a long time. So I understand where a lot of this is coming from, and I do not hold anything against her. I believe she was doing as much as she could Um, but yeah, I mean, I would just be aware of that. Um, you might not get your suit until like a month after it's supposed to be done, which I also don't think that's the best thing to do. I feel like you should be honest with your clients, and I don't feel like a good client would be upset if you had to extend it a month. But I would just let them know that it's going to take you a month longer to finish it. I wasn't upset about it personally. I just wish that it was communicated to me that I'd be waiting an extra month. And I was the third of 4 people, so the person after me got their suit. Their suit was finished a few days after I got Buster in the mail. So still in February, but pushing it. By 4, pushing it. Additionally, work in progress photos. She will not give you them. I know that sounds kind of horrible, but no. I got one time did she send me work in progress photos, and that was just the head base when it was being worked on. So it wasn't even the finished head base, it was just pictures of the head base being molded. And that was the only work in progress photo I got. She did post a lot of them to her story, but there's no guarantee that I'm going to see that. And she never messaged me. Once she did. One time she messaged me and asked about the design. Or no, twice. Twice she did, because she looked at my ref and thought that my nose and my ears were pink as opposed to orange. And so she was like, hey, I'm thinking of using this type of fleece. And I'm like, actually, they're orange, not pink. And she fixed that. And the second time was she wanted to know which claw color I wanted for my paws. And I told her just to do whatever she wanted with that. But my design is relatively easy, I would like to think. I don't think he's difficult. But I still would have appreciated if I was shown pictures before they were posted to the story, or like shown the fur, and like if she ran the design by me one more time, that would have been awesome. But other than that, I had to get all of my information on work in progress from her story. And I mean, I have post notifications on for her account anyway, so I mean, it wasn't an issue at all, but for some people that may not be the case. Yeah, so all in all, I love my fursuit. I think it's incredible. I think her professionalism has gone up multiple tiers since I've started working with her. Not because of my influence in any way, it was just that she's working her business up and trying to get better on her own, and I happen to be caught in the middle of that, which I am not complaining. I appreciated that it was not all crap from the very beginning. I appreciate that she was working on her professionalism and trying to be the best that she can be, even if it didn't start out like that. Towards the end, the middle through the end, I did feel much more comfortable reaching out to her, because she was acting a lot kinder in private messages. So, really no issues there. All of these complaints are just because she's a new business. That is it. It's nothing else. It's just that she's new, and I don't hold anything against her for it. I love the service that I got. I love my fursuit. I couldn't have asked for anything else. It's just people who are just starting don't know the best practices, and that's okay. That's not something that they can be blamed for. But yeah, so definitely check her out. She was incredible. She got his design down to a T. She brought my baby boy to life, and he looks perfect. Um, uh, Sizing is perfect as well. Um, I gave her a lot of approximations because I didn't want to give her like an exact measurement and then have it be wrong and him not fit. And so I gave her like, oh, it's about 22 inches circumference and it's about this length from the nose to the top of the head. And she worked with that and it fits perfectly. So in the end, even though I was a jerk of a customer, she definitely exceeded my expectations on that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Go commission Manedfreak when she opens. She should be opening in maybe 6 or 7 months, maybe 8, 9 months. So yeah, definitely. And if you can't commission her, spread her name around and tell people, hey, she's awesome. But yeah, so I will see you again in like another 6 months.